Hi, everybody. It's time for our daily affirmation. Here is today's card, and it says, Bountiful harvest. It's a time of abundance, a reward for what you have sown. Replant what you gather. Prepare for the future as you enjoy the present. Count your blessings. That may be pushing it right now. I don't think very many of us feel very bountiful at the moment, especially not with what all's getting ready to go on this weekend. But we have to look on the bright side. Okay, we got crap coming. We know that. So be it. And there's not a whole lot we can do about it. But we can either sit on the sidelines, suck our thumbs, and cry that we didn't get our way, or we can stand up and say simply, in homage to the movie Network, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. That's where we need to be. And that's where we will find our harvest, our bountiful harvest. Is we have to stand up for ourselves, stand up for others, stand up for what's wrong, and work towards putting things back to rights. That's a tall order. And it's not for wimpy people. So put on your big boy pants. Get ready. It's time for a fight. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. It's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday weekend. It's also Inauguration Day on the same day. I'm sure MLK is probably rolling over in his grave right now going, oh my God. I got to have this man take my day. So I'm going to celebrate MLK Day on Monday because he was a great man. And I remember watching him on TV when I was a child. I remember my grandmother and my mother watching him on TV, and they thought the world of him. And I remember when he was killed and how devastated they were. He was just like when JFK was killed. Same devastation. I mean, I was a kid. I didn't really quite understand what was going on. I just knew it was bad. And I knew that it was going to take a lot of work to try to make it better. But once they got past their grieving spell, I watched my mother and my grandmother both work like hell to make a difference. And so I can do no less but to roll up my sleeves and work like hell to make a difference. Because that's what he stood for as well. He believed in true equality. He believed that we're all the same. It doesn't matter what's the outside look like. That's just skin. Big deal. It gets old, it gets wrinkly. I mean, Jesus, look at my face. You know, your hair turns gray. Again, look at me. Um, you get old. You move slower. You groan when you move. I used to laugh at old people and say, why you got to make that noise every time you stand up? Now I realize it's an involuntary sound. You have no control over it. It just comes out. So, you know, I didn't think that I would be fighting the same battles that I watched my mother and my grandmother fight and that I went to marches with over as a child. That I would have to turn around and refight those same battles again in my 60s. I mean, it's kind of depressing when you think about it. But it's also a lesson, a very important lesson for all of us to learn, is we can't go to sleep. We can't put a person in office and say, okay, they're going to wave their magic wand, they're going to fix everything, and if they don't do it within the first 2 years, then we're going to just throw it all in the garbage and try somebody else. That's what happened in 2010. And we paid the price for it, big time. Because people kept expecting Barack Obama to wave his magic wand and make all of the problems disappear overnight. And I'm sorry to say, that just wasn't going to happen. The things President Biden accomplished in the last 4 years has been extraordinary, has broken records, historical records for our country, for the things that he's been able to do. And it still wasn't enough. And a lot of it's not even going to kick in and start taking effect until later this year and next year. Who do you think's going to take credit for that? So when things start happening and this stuff starts rolling, we need to remember to thank President Biden, because it was his hard work that got it done. All right, I've rambled enough. I've kind of put the daily affirmation and mixed it with my political message. So be it. I'm off. I have a 3-day weekend. I'm looking forward to enjoying it. Actually, I have a 5-day weekend because we have a severe Arctic cold that's due to hit us sometime Monday, Tuesday. And so the university has decided we will all remote work on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we don't have to physically show back up in the office until Thursday next week. I'm all for that. I love to do remote work. I can start my day out still in my pajamas, drinking my coffee, dealing with emails and stuff before I have to go get dressed and put my face on, right? Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my weekend off. I'm going to spend Monday celebrating Martin Luther King Jr., a great man who did great things and inspired an entire generation, and then some, to follow suit. So do that. Honor MLK this weekend. If there are any events in your town honoring him, go. Show your support. We need to start honoring the great people that have been in our lives and in our leadership positions of our country, instead of constantly bashing on the bad ones. We know what the bad ones do. We know what they're like. That gets old. Start concentrating on the ones that do good. Okay? Y'all have a great weekend. Bye for now.